Hello, everyone, and put away the giant penis.
What the hell?
Wait, where?
Are we done now?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the D20 campaign, Firebird. The guys have, for some inexplicable reason, not told the rest of the colonists that they're going to go and find the other survivors. They've just decided to take supplies and fuck off. Because, you know, like, the idea of actually going and looking for a functional ship and, like, long-range communication arrays wouldn't have...
I'm sorry. Us four, we're just gonna abandon the rest of the group there.
That's what we're currently doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're in the
We're
process of
leaving this group. Yeah.
Whoa! I think we should bring some people there.
No.
No.
To join
like,
us.
No.
We're like 40
none
minutes
of you
away
have
now.
even told people. None of you have even told...
We
none
told
of
the
you
one
guys
guy
have
with the suit, but that's
yeah,
it.
and he's come with you. Like, literally, you've just taken supplies and fucked off. Like,
Listen,
That,
these people will drag us down. They'll eat our food. They'll take our water supply.
yeah, and they could be insanely useful.
As
Or they could be insanely useless.
like giant weights to your ankles. Yes.
So they've headed off towards the ocean, which it's one of these things DMs have to put up with, which is players will always do the exact opposite of what you think. I provide you with lush, life-filled forests, and you off towards the ocean with a homemade boat. And it's like, oh, you douche, complete and utter douchebags.
Case.
So you are headed down the river. You have your supplies loaded up in the boat, attached to this gentleman, and you're headed down across the plains. Kurt, in the last episode, said he wanted to get to know this gentleman, and he's been chatting about with him. Could you do me a quick diplomacy check while I sort of finish this off, Kurt? So
Sure.
you find out the guy's called Alex Corvo, and he's a construction engineer. He was
Okay.
hired... Oh, douche. He was hired by Freedom Foundation because he's quite experienced in first stage colony construction. He's very good. He's very good at construction work. He's got a specialist suit that was provided for him. It's a quite good. He's got a family, but he is getting paid very well to be a colony construction specialist. He's skilled at structural engineering. He's skilled at...
He should have made the damn boat.
Hell, if you'd had him make the boat, he probably would have gone and got welding gear and made an actual fucking boat.
Oh,
Probably would have taken him a couple of days, but he probably would have made you an actual fucking boat. Maybe even an engine.
Okay.
This is what you get for not telling anyone your plans. So now you have tinfoil boat.
I don't regret this.
It's
So
better
you're headed
this
down
way.
across the plains. In the sort of distance in the background, before they sort of fade into obscurity, you can still see the long line of the little chittering bugs picking apart the ship. And the colonists sort of piling up supplies off to one side as they try and rescue bits from the ship. It's probably been about, including the foraging expedition, things from the ship, talking, setting up the boat, trying out the boat. It's probably been about 10 hours since you crash landed, and the sun's probably made it about 10% of the way across the sky.
Long days.
Yeah.
Very, very long days. So you're headed down river, following the river towards the ocean, and the plains are big open expanses. The grass is usually sort of knee-high, but can get up to about chest-high at certain points. There's little scrub bushes. You see some more of the bushes with the eggplant fruit on them. There's some flowering plants. You see a couple of...
How close are the
bird-like-
eggplant bushes?
Probably about sort of like 5-10 minutes off away from the river.
Oh, so it's not like they're just growing along the side.
It's a short walk, but
Yeah.
Mm.
you see a few kind of like bird-like creatures. They seem to be more reptilian, and they sort of go from bush to bush and sit about on the bushes. You haven't seen any insects yet, other than the giant bugs, which is curious, but considering like most planets only have bacteriological life forms on them, there are very few cases of you finding animal life forms, and no cases in human history of finding basically sentient life.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of surprising to see quite a biodiverse sort of lush planet going on around you. But it's like you're headed, and you every now and then you set up the nav beacon and take a ping, and the indication of the ping is still pointing out towards the ocean as you follow the river down. So
Okay. I want to look for any fluctuations in my compass as we continue walking,
okay.
or whether it's just steady.
There are a few fluctuations in the compass. There's a bend in the river after about sort of 4 or 5 hours of walking, and as you pass that bend, your compass does a sort of full 360 as you pass the bend, and then sort of returns back to its starting point as you get
Ooh.
several steps beyond.
There's something here. Let's check out what's here.
What do you mean there's something here?
Something
How do
with
you-
magnets. We got to figure out what it is.
How do you know?
This is a
Where's this
stupid
information coming
idea.
from?
We've got a compass.
I say we continue on.
Okay, but
But
what's,
like, there's a
is it
strong
pulling?
field here that's
Is
causing
is
a large
still pulling
fluctuation in
that
the magnetic
direction?
field.
So
Is it still pulling,
you're
or
looking for what pulled us in, right?
Or anything of interest.
And most likely, what pulled us in is, I don't know. Actually, maybe it is worth checking out.
Yeah, let's just,
okay?
dig a
All
little
right.
bit. Yo,
All
Power
right.
Man, you mind helping out?
You want to dig?
Well, it's not on top of the ground where the magnet jumped.
I mean,
And I prefer
no,
not to
he's
get wet
pretty right.
again.
It's empty here.
What does the rest of you guys think?
I mean, that's not a bad idea. Now he kind of points out there's nothing showing that could do that. I mean, I'm down to rest for a bit and then search around here, see what we can dig up.
What's Iron Man think?
Iron Man's like he's more for going and finding people. Like you're following a nav beacon, he thinks you should still be following the nav beacon. But
Then I agree with Iron Man.
We have
Okay.
a full ship. We got Eric's boat. But we also have magnets. Let's find out what's up with the magnets.
I'll let him argue with Iron Man. I'm just gonna agree with Iron Man and hold my gun.
I just want to sit down. I'm not used to walking so long. I'm just gonna sit.
true, most of you, apart
Mhm.
from Kurt, most of you aren't used to walking for this long. You've been walking for several hours now.
I'm
Apart
okay
from
with
the-
the break. I like the idea of a break.
Okay,
Yeah, that's all I want to do is just sit down on my ass and rub my feet.
so those of you who are going to be involved in searching for magnetic disturbances, roll me a search check, please.
Yay, magnets.
I'm
Also,
not
I'll
getting
tend
involved.
to
This
my
is a
own
stupid
wounds.
idea.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm gonna sit.
Not
Who knows?
telling
Maybe I
anyone
could find, like,
that we're leaving.
alien weapons or something.
We could find some
Or
buried
you
treasure.
could find aliens.
Yeah, buried treasure is totally gonna get us out of the. Off
So that was a
planet.
spot or a search?
Search. So
Okay.
50, Eric has sat down and is tending to the wounds that he got on the ship. So are you going to tend to them yourself? You're going to ask for help? or-
I'll
Oh, what
tend
is
to
it?
tend to them myself.
Oh, you're such a fool.
Well, I don't know that you have any medical training. I don't know
I'm
shit about
willingly
you.
telling you. I've seen your blood. Let me treat you.
All right,
He did tell
Alright,
you that
I'll-
back when you were at the ship.
Yeah.
that's true.
Eric must be suffering some memory loss.
I am. I hit my head pretty hard. Can you blame me?
Okay,
Oh,
but
I will
anyway,
heal
I got a
myself.
21 for the search.
Okay, so you go digging around in the area around the edge of the river.
How does he dig?
Using his hands,
With
I
my
imagine.
small,
doesn't wanna help,
spindly,
right?
sciencey hands.
Okay, sorry. Go on.
So you go digging around in the bushes and the sort of bits of tree and things next to the river, and you find a small kind of box thing dug into the ground. It's a little, probably like a column, roughly sort of oval shaped, and it goes down into the ground. It's got a kind of irregular top. It's made of metal. You dig out probably the first sort of 4 or 5 inches of the top of it. And it's like a little pillar, basically.
Hmm. I'm gonna continue digging around, see if that top opens. See if it might be a shaft or chute to something.
It doesn't seem to be a shaft or chute. It's roughly like 7 inches wide by about 4
More like a
inches.
tube.
More like what you'd expect to see on kind of like the top of a simple radar array. In fact, to be honest, like when it's closed up, it doesn't look that different to your nav beacon.
Okay.
Is anybody else like around noticing this? Because like I'm
Yeah,
good
I'm
with
sitting down
magnets.
on my feet. I don't.
That's
Yeah,
about
I'm not
it.
near you. I think you look like a crazy guy digging in bushes.
Which is kind of what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in my regard, I'm paying you no attention.
All right, so I rolled. I got a 17 on my treat injury.
Okay. You can recover 1d4 hit points.
Okay, can I? Wow, can I actually? I can't even roll the damn thing. What is? There you go. Let's try this again.
You recover 2
Yay.
hit points.
Okay. What would I use to determine the function of this thing? Would that be like a craft
Knowledge
electrical?
technology.
Knowledge technology.
I have.
I do have a
that if
knowledge
you want.
technology.
Ooh,
I'm
what
gonna
is yours?
stare at the thing that made my magnets weird. With a 19
You're just gonna stare.
and a 9. 28. Trying to determine what it does, or what is this thing.
It kind of looks like a beacon.
Okay, does it look like there's any seams where it unfurls in that?
Considering you've dug out the very, very top of it, like you can't see any sort of directly interesting seams immediately.
Okay. I've got a really big beacon over here. Somebody lend a
Yeah, you
hand?
have.
Cool.
All right. What do you want to do with
Everything.
it? What do you want to do with it?
Well,
You
let's
should probably ask Iron Man
like,
for help.
yeah, let's have Power Man there dig it out for us. And
I whisper to him, "This guy's crazy."
hey, I'm the
Okay,
one that
so-
found a legitimate thing.
A little while after sort of digging around. Damn it! It's frustrating when it won't let me actually show him because I'm just trying to find now because you people are being twats.
He's right. You guys are being twats.
I'm just sitting there rubbing my feet. I don't give a shit what's going on over there. I actually don't care.
Well, not you, Eric. Everyone else.
The magnet
And
homo
that's
found
not
a.
Iron Man.
So
I
you
don't
dig
like
around.
this novelist anymore.
Look at my novel ideas.
You dig around
they
with the help of
all-
Alex Corvo, and you pull out a roughly 8 foot tall by sort of 7 by 4 inch cylinder, which has sort of articulations and joints on it. You dig it out of the ground. It's very heavily magnetic to the point that if you're holding certain parts of it with the metal gloves or metal reinforced gloves, it's actually quite hard to pull your hand off it. And it looks to be a reasonable kind of, it looks to be a facsimile of some kind of distress beacon or alert beacon.
What would it take to hoist it on out of there?
Why do you
You
need
could-
that? It's
I don't know
completely
yet.
Useless metal.
If you guys worked together, wrapped a rope around it, you could drag it up out the ground.
I don't want to bring it out of the ground.
Come on, men. We have a unknown beacon of unknown origin, which may provide us, information regarding previous visitors to this little world of ours. Plus, it does magnets.
Or it might be something that was
Or
put here.
explosive, or bad,
Exactly. Or it could be something not good. So I say we leave it,
or
and
we
then
leave
we
it
just
because it
leave.
does us no good to get us off.
It's extra weight that we don't need. If
It
you
says it
want to
doesn't
take
take
it
us to a
apart,
functioning
He's right.
ship.
It's extra
if you want to take it apart as you're walking, you can go ahead, but you will stand 500 meters back from everyone else in case it explodes.
I agree.
Have we dug out enough that I can, activate it to let it unfurl and stuff?
I
Bring it.
am-
back?
You have
Are you
access to it.
Okay, I'm gonna just start up what I believe is a beacon, because that's
Right,
what it looks like.
Roll computer use.
One. He's not gonna get anything. Give me that one. Give me that one.
7.
7, and my computer use, which I believe is pretty decent, 19. 26, bitches.
So actually, it turns out it's actually a really simple device. It has a handle on the side. You pull the handle. It's pretty basic. Once you figured it out, and it does indeed unfurl. The top opens out, panels flop open, and there's a little kind of high-pitched whistling sound, and then the sound sort of disappears as it gets slowly more higher pitched, and
Oh, no.
that's that. It's sitting in the ground, just kind of open, doing its beacony things.
Now the
Yay!
aliens know we're here.
Is there any sort of display on it? Like, our beacon has
nope.
a display.
There's no display on it.
Well, okay.
Does
now
it
can
have
we leave?
any sort of common interfaces or things that I look like something I can plug into?
No, it doesn't. It seems to have a few interfaces, but they don't seem to be any formats that you recognize.
While he's
Mm.
obsessed with it, I'm gonna tell Iron Man that we should just get a move on before.
Can I
he kills
shoot
us
it with
all.
my gun?
Yes, you can.
I was already thinking that. I was
No.
thinking I should.
I want to do that, please.
Okay.
Alright.
So basically, what are you shooting it with? Are you shooting it with your rifle or with your shotgun?
I have a shotgun?
He has a
it's
shotgun?
It's
I see
basi-
weapons and I see Sentinel and combat knife. But I
Yeah,
don't
if you
see-
look at the Sentinel, you have two versions of the Sentinel.
Oh,
so you
that's
have-
right. You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, So
Um,
basically, you have a ranged rifle and then you have an underslung shotgun.
just ranged is fine.
Okay, so you're going to be at a distance away from it, and then you're going to take a pop shot at it, basically.
While I'm directly beside it trying to look at its ports. Thanks for that.
Yes.
Can I warn him to move first? And if he doesn't, I'm still gonna shoot it.
Oh, that is a sexy looking gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can.
Shit.
Okay, either you move and then I shoot it, or you stand there and I shoot it.
Well, I'm gonna stand back. Pretty
I'm
far
gonna-
back, by the way.
I'm gonna jog like 100 feet.
Okay.
It looks like a fairly robust machine, doesn't it? Like, if I close the top, will it, like, not be damaged? Or...
You can try and close it.
Okay, I attempt to close the flappy things that opened.
Okay, so
To armor
Toad,
it.
roll a strength check. Kurt, roll an attack, which is D20.
Oh, his
One.
is bigger than mine.
You got a 1.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Nice. And my strength is... Hey, where is
This
strength
dice
on
is
here?
unlucky for me. I've rolled 2 once in a row.
I am not seeing strength.
Strength would be at the very top,
Ah,
right underneath the represent.
Plus 2.
What's up?
So 7.
7. Okay, so Toad is, Percival is standing there, and he's like straining on these big metal these big like 3-foot long metal things, just trying to push it closed. Like, come on, fucking thing, close! Yanking at the handle and like shoving the metal ports, trying to close them. Meanwhile, Kurt pulls out his rifle, and he sort of levels it, aims down the sight, pulls the trigger, and shoots Toad in the shoulder.
Wait, what? He's the one that critically failed, not me.
Yeah, but you were
Yeah,
close
he
enough. You
critically
got hit.
failed. That means he shot you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toad gets a glancing blow from a bullet that kind of ricochets slightly off the armor that he's wearing,
Okay.
the kind of basic survival suit, and takes 4 damage.
Oh.
Nice little bit of blood. Nice little bit of kind of like.
I put my gun up and I don't apologize.
You don't apologize.
I look at you disdainingly, and then I start trying to shove wires into the ports. Trying to figure out if
Leave
I
it
can
alone.
interface with it.
I will shoot it with my shotgun next. I won't miss this time.
You'll just
And
miss
then you miss.
more with more shots because it's a shotgun.
Just shoot him. Just shoot him. Just shoot.
Don't make me do this. Just let's get back on track. I'm not sorry. I
It
hit
could
you.
be
Yeah,
another
I
craft.
think this guy's talking sense. I think we should get back on track.
Yeah,
Enough of this thing.
I'm just gonna go hide behind Iron Man in his big metal suit.
I'm not sure what Iron Man thinks about us now anymore.
Droid, how far are we away from? The rest of the group?
You're
mean, they're
about
far
sort of like 5 hours walk, so like what, average 5 miles an hour on a hike, then like 25 miles.
What's the time of day? I mean, I look up, see what the time of day is.
The sun's probably like 10 degrees off direct vertical.
Ah, so
A
it's about like
long
1
ass
o'clock.
day.
The problem is we don't know how time works. It's very slow. So maybe like, yeah, it's just daytime.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's daytime, all right.
when you invent new numbers.
Okay,
It
so
came out stupid that I meant.
Yes, yes, it
If we
did.
leave now, we can make it back to the developing colony by about I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock.
that would waste all our time. I'm not going back.
That would have
course
been a
it
waste of
would.
a day. Not happening.
Do I have rope? I don't have rope. Hmm.
I say we go on. We keep
What's
going
my
towards the signal. that
magnetic
we're reaching
nav
towards.
core and my nav case?
I say we keep going as well.
What did you say, Toad?
My magnetic nav core and my nav case. What are those?
Your nav case is a set of sort of magnetic detection equipment and basic kind of interface equipment for basic magnetic computation. And
I
your
built
nav
a
core-
freaking crappy compass, and I had
Yes.
like, the briefcase of enhanced navigational skill plus 27. Oh, yay!
I
You do
mean,
you do realize that you're a navigation officer, so the fact that you carry navigational equipment with you is kind of sensible.
Well, I'm a space nav guy.
Yes, a space.
So,
And your nav core is a basically a spherical device that has an awful lot of high sensitive electronics inside it. But if you whack someone with it, it fucking hurts and it gives them an electric shock.
alright, question, is the thing still open?
Yes, it's still open.
I
can we
will
have
level my
Iron Man close it?
I will level my rifle at it and take a shot with the long range, the discharge rifle.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna get out of there now, because you're all dicks.
Critical, 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 critical. Damn.
Shit. 4 plus 3, but I have far shot. I don't know if that
So-
helps.
Yeah, it gives you a +1 when you're a certain distance away, which you are.
Yay.
So you get, it's quite a big, easy target. It's not moving, it's not trying. So you do actually land a hit on it. So roll 2d6 for me.
We're gonna set this thing on fire.
9.
9.
So the bullet hits it and ricochets around inside, or sort of ricochets around between bits of metal. Little shards of metal go splintering off as the bullet disintegrates into pieces. Okay, you shot it.
Is it destroyed?
No, you've shot a giant lump of metal with a little tiny bullet.
Okay, so I literally did nothing. Okay.
Can't we just have Iron Man go crush it with his?
You could
suit?
have Iron Man go and exert his strength on it if you wanted to.
Or, you
Or
know,
can we
help
just
bring
flush
it
it so we
out
can
the
get the
hole so that we can, like...
We're wasting so much time on this stupid beacon. We leave it here, not even pay
Yes,
attention.
the stupid thing that may bring us to other craft. Or
Or
survivors.
we could follow the nav thing you already had set to the other craft. But I mean, okay.
I'm an
just
expert
go the
explorer.
roundabout.
Let's just go on. Let me guide you guys to victory, and forget this alien craft beacon.
Damien,
Yeah.
roll a spot check for me. As you're
Okay.
the only one not currently involved in the argument over the beacon. And
Oh, that's not
Iron
supposed to
Man.
happen like this. All right, hold on. Rolling. Spot check. All right, hold on. Let me open up my thing. Where is it? Spot check is 4, so 18.
Okay, so there's an argument going on over what you can do with the beacon. Different people have different ideas. You're arguing backwards and forwards. Damien's not taking any part in this because like he's not particularly interested.
This is a
But,
stupid argument. We should just leave.
After sort of like 20-30 minutes of this argument, Damien might want to point out that this thing is currently coming across the plains.
Oh!
What thing's coming across the plains?
That is.
The thing that just loaded in the middle of the table.
Oh, well,
It
For
stands
one,
about 7 foot tall at the shoulder.
This is all the guy who opened the beacon's fault.
probably,
We found
probably.
other
Good job.
survivors.
That's what triggered this thing towards us.
We have no proof of that.
It seems evident
know,
to me.
No, I think we should stop fighting for at least one moment and work together to defeat this thing. Then maybe we'll go back to arguing. But for now, this thing's probably going to kill us.
Is it running towards us?
It is running directly towards you.
How
Is it
far away is
angry?
it?
With a spot of, what did you get, 16?
I got
He
18.
got, he got
18. Let's say it's probably about 2 kilometers away.
2
Okay,
kilometers
so
away.
it's
All
we've
right.
got a ways for it to get here.
Because it's a nice big open plain. It's 7 foot tall at the shoulder. It's
Do you
glinting
still want to
metallic.
take the beacon now, or can we go?
it's
You
hauling
know
ass
what?
like it's pissed.
Let's.
Is
I
it-
want to keep it.
Quick!
That
Is it
fucking
running?
salt. That
Is it
fucking
running
Does
at
that
us
thing have
in a straight line?
armor? I'm
Is
sorry,
it running at us in a straight line? That's my only question.
Yes, it is. It's glittering
Okay.
metallic. You don't know whether it's armor or something else. It's glittering metallic.
Okay, I have a mining charge. I will place it in the general area that it's going to be within a rough 8-foot circle, and stand at a distance and lure it towards us.
What?
I have a mining charge. I'm going to blow this thing to pieces.
This sounds like we should just run and hope it doesn't
Well,
catch us.
I'm going to
Look
run
how
and
fast
jump
it's
out of the
moving.
way.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm calling the guy that's running.
I'm placing a mining charge, and I'm getting ready to send this thing to wherever the hell it
Okay,
came from.
so Kurt and Damien are just like, fuck the shit, we're leaving. Iron Man, I think, is going to join you in fuck the shit, we're leaving. And you head continuing downriver?
I kiss
Yeah.
the beacon on the top of it and then jump out and continue with those guys. It's like, I'll miss
Okay.
you, magnet friend. And keep moving.
Meanwhile, Eric sets up a booby trap. He sets up a mining charge with the detonator, and he has the trigger, and he kind of coils out a little bit of deck cord and stands there kind of like, come at me, bitch.
Yeah, essentially.
This
Essentially,
seems
yes.
like a good idea.
Wait, can I
And
ask
I'm
you a
gonna-
question real quick?
Yep.
Yep.
Can I stay behind in mile distance to watch?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I feel like I should give him some support in case things go.
Just watch
Yeah,
him
I'm
through
gonna-
your scope.
And as he's running, once he comes within a certain range, within a decent enough range, I'm going to take a shot at him with my rifle.
Okay. So this thing is running roughly about sort of like the galloping speed of a horse, and he's about 2 kilometers away. So we're talking like 3 or 4 minutes before he hits you. So you have time to set up your little ambush. So he comes within rifle range long before he comes within range of your explosive. So
Yeah.
roll your rifle shot. Meanwhile, Kurt is probably about 300 foot behind you.
Are you shitting me?
Yes.
You shitting me?
So
All right, so that's a miss.
your rifle cracks, and a little bit of grass about sort of like 3 foot to the left of this thing dies in a shredded bullet fury. So you've managed to kill a blade of grass. So well done.
Okay, can I take? Do I have time to take another shot?
Before it hits your mind, yes, you have time to take one more shot.
Okay, can I? God, really? Roll, damn it! Oh no, too far. Shit.
That's okay.
Damn it. Oh. Okay, let's try that again. I was okay with that 20.
But then it tipped over onto a 4.
And the one. Final roll.
For Pete's sake.
No mulligans.
Heck, you might as well just kneel down, raise your hands up, and say, "I surrender."
I quit.
You pull back the chamber on your rifle, and you pull the trigger, and your rifle makes a little crack sound and doesn't fire, unfortunately, because the rifle has been damaged in the crash and didn't successfully go off. The thing now is within range of your demolition charge. Roll a demolition check for me.
If I roll another 1, I'm just gonna quit right here.
Yay.
12.
So
Plus
you
11.
11.
Okay. Yeah.
so
23. Holy crap. Okay.
So you pull the you press the detonation button, and you deal 3d8 times 2.
Oh.
All right, let's get all these over here so I can actually grab them because it's not letting me when it's on there for some gay reason. $14. 17. Okay.
Nice. So 14 and 17, you do 20, 31. So, okay, so this thing runs across the top of this mining charge. This is a charge that's designed to be dug into the ground and blow a chunk of rock out of a rock face for basically investigation. It's not confined, so it doesn't work perfectly, but there's a massive shower of dirt, and this thing that ran across the top of the mining charge ends up going flying through the air. It's taking its first flight lesson, and from the way it's flailing its limbs, it's probably not enjoying it.
Yes.
Little bits of metal scatter left and right as it sort of sails through the air, and one of its legs is hanging a little bit limply. And it crashes to the ground and kind of with a nasty thump as it lands, and it twitches for a second and slowly starts to pour its way back up onto its feet.
Oh,
dear.
I will take another shot with my rifle aiming for its head.
Can I help shoot at it now? Because
Yes,
I'm in
you can.
range. Okay, I might as well shoot at it too.
Are you serious?
But can I run up and use my shotgun, or I'm still
Yes,
too
you
far
can.
away?
You would be able to run closer and use your shotgun. It would be a bit of a hard shotgun shot because you can run 60 foot and use your shotgun. So you'd get within 40 foot of it to discharge your shotgun.
Maybe it's not worth it to use my shotgun then. Can I just run and do a medium shot to get closer to it?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'll do that then. Oh, dang it. I hate these big dice. Go.
they love.
17.
Oh no!
This dice is cursed, man.
Oh my goodness.
3 ones in a row.
3 1s in a row. Holy
Yeah.
That's
Where-
my
where's-
third one.
Have a different dice. Here's a different dice.
Yeah, try
I'll
different
take the best
dice.
dice.
God.
so-
Jeez.
Kurt
That's awesome.
kind of runs forwards, chambers another round, points it and fires. You now have what looks like a woodpecker ready for dinner if you ever survive battle. This thing claws its way up onto its feet and kind of makes a screeching noise. It's bleeding a kind of black substance from several chunks that are missing. Its back leg is kind of not functional, and it kind of flails and sort of half charges, half limps towards one of you. It doesn't manage to get close enough to actually hit any of you yet. It's now within roughly 20 foot of Kurt and roughly 10 foot of Eric.
All right.
All right, can I
wanna-
take a quick jog back and pop 2 rounds into its chest with a handgun?
You can take a quick jump back and pop 1 round into its chest with the handgun.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a
I'll
shotgun
do that.
blast at it this time. I'm not going wrong range.
Really, 19? Are you shitting me? 22.
Just gonna roll this dice. This one's always been lucky. 5. Do I add anything with my gun, like other people? seem-
Yes, you do. If you see when it look at your weapons, it says FR Sentinel plus 10. That
Yeah.
means you add 10. You add 10
Oh.
to your dice roll.
Okay, so 15 then. I should have been.
Okay.
Should I do that? If it's 1 though, it's always bad, right? Like,
If it's
Yeah.
1, it's always bad.
okay, that's
It's,
what I
it's a critical doom.
Okay.
So 1d10 damage and from you, and 1d6 plus 1 from
Yay.
1 6.
3.
you get. No, you get 1d10 because you use a shotgun.
Oh,
So-
10. Where the heck is the 10 at?
This one.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
10s and 4s roll weird.
Oh, 10.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay, redemption.
So that makes it 48, 51. Okay, so 50 pops a round at it and then hits it in the side of the head, and one of the pieces of sort of like metallic plating on its head pings off, and Kurt steps forward and places the underslung shotgun against its head and pulls the trigger. And its brains splatter back into its own body, and it collapses on the floor in a twitching mass, oozing black sludge from its multiple wounds. One of its legs is twitching, kicking at the grass, and the grass is staining black as it kind of oozes out the last of its life.
Okay, I walk over now and I want to check if it has any pockets.
And now you want redemption? I don't think so, sir.
I'm
You
gonna turn
watch,
around
and
and
I
punch
will-
him in the face.
Yeah, we will be checking pockets over.
I'm gonna punch him in the face for bringing that thing towards us, because as far as I know, it was his fault. No words, just
Cold clock.
20.
Can I also punch him?
Yes.
What?
Suck it.
Suck it.
Each of you rolls 1d4 and adds your strength, and then doubles the result.
D4, 4. Is this a 4?
2
No. God, I don't know.
plus
any of these
The weird
dice.
triangle.
Triangle.
I did 4.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
I do 4 damage.
3,
Oh,
and then you
that's
said
the
add
same thing.
strength.
Add strength.
That's -1. It's
So
9.
2 and double it. 3.
4.
Yeah, 4. So,
Yeah.
So I take 8
You've
damage.
all- Yeah. My
that's
first 20 is on
That's
TDP.
non-lethal damage as well. So you get a nice couple of bruises as two guys just cold clock you for being a twat
Yeah.
and summoning this thing. Just as a kind of meta thing, again, your characters won't know this, but just as a thing for the audience, as a meta thing, yeah, this has nothing at all to do with Toad. This thing's been tracking them since they left the party.
So you
Oh, I
asked
figured.
that?
I just wanted to punch you in the head. 'cause
Well,
you took
I'm gonna
too
go
long
up,
speaking.
stomp it on the head, and then look around, see if it has any affiliation.
What head?
Or
It's
anything.
missing.
Well, he got shotgunned in the head. He's going to go and stomp on the shotgun splatter.
Okay.
So Damien goes and kicks it a few times. Meanwhile, I presume that Eric and Kurt are going to search this thing. It
I'm
appears
gonna
to
search
be
this thing too.
it appears to be an odd mix of biological and mechanical devices. It appears to have what we would generally refer to as cyberization or cybernetics well in advance of anything that human beings have been able to do. The muscles appear to be semi-organic, or muscles appear to be organic. The brain appears to be organic. A lot of the internal organs appear to be organic, but a large portion of its skin appears to be made of a kind of plastic or sort of mimetic rubber, and has metal plates worked directly into it.
Okay, I
Um,
I take out my notebook and pencil.
I
and
want to.
write down chassier.
I want to
chassis.
inspect him. I want to.
Okay.
I want to find out everything I can. Use my science skill and basically research this shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna dissect it. Is I
Well,
guess what I'm
while
gonna-
you're doing that and you punch me in the face, I'm gonna head back to the beacon and try to interface with it. With a 16 and what, craft electronics or computer use?
craft electronics to try and
9.
dual connection. Okay, so we will
25.
conclude these two roles, and I think that's where we will call it, with you guys learning a little bit of information. So 50, or should I say, Eric starts cutting this thing apart in front of Kurt and sort of talking to Kurt about what these different bits and pieces are. And he talks about the different bits of, like, this is obviously organic, this is technology, this is like, as you cut it apart, you find that there is a transmission beacon worked into one of its shoulder blades, and it is still transmitting.
I'll pull it out and take it over to Percival and say, "Got another beacon for you."
No,
Since you're so interested in them, have another one.
It's kind of about sort of like coffee cup sized. It's got it's still got little lights blinking on it. It's dripping black sludge, and it has a few like what appear to be like nerve bundles hanging from it as it's been ripped out of this living sort of dead living creature. But yeah. So over on Percival's. Percival has been fiddling around for roughly the same amount of time as Eric's been digging into this creature and trying to learn about it. He manages to connect with the transmission beacon, managed to connect his nav computer with it, and he gets a download of, bearing in mind his nav computer contains, or his nav case contains roughly about sort of 400 terabytes worth of storage. This thing downloads the entire of that 400 terabytes worth of storage full of data within about half a second.
Whoa.
Okay.
I like this thing. Well, from a scientific standpoint, it's absolutely fascinating.
It is.
Yeah.
Can I shoot it? I'm just joking. I'm not gonna shoot it.
Toad goes to look at this data on his nav computer and basically gets the equivalent of the pop-up you get on a Windows computer when it's like, you don't have the program required to open these files. Would you like to search the internet for it?
I try opening it in WordPad.
You try opening it in basically the equivalent of WordPad, the basic sort of interaction thing, and you get a page of essentially binary code.
Binary's good. We can work with
Probably-
binary.
I'm
One-
smart. Can I read binary?
No, you can't read binary.
Okay. My guy's somewhat smart. I was hoping.
Your guy is reasonably intelligent, but I don't think you've mastered the language of binary yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to teach myself binary.
That would classify. Actually, the funny thing is, within the rules of the system, like that would classify as an extremely exotic language, which means if you sank 6 points into read language, technically you could read binary.
Shit. Maybe I should do that.
So-
Interesting.
This session comes to a close with two odd creatures being met. You have met the chitterlings, which are the shelly bug creatures which appear to be obsessed with collecting bits of ship and protecting their food source. Seem to be a bit like an ant colony. And you've also met this thing. I will not tell you the name I've got written on my notes because it will give away information I don't want you to have.
I have a question.
Ask away.
Do you think this thing may have came from the colony we just left?
Did it come from that direction? Yes.
I'm going to ask this to a party, to the party. Do you think this we might see these things again? And if we do you think it has any affiliation with the colony we just abandoned?
Yes, we'll
Maybe
see him
eats
again.
them?
I don't care.
Maybe he ate him, or maybe he was sent.
Maybe he'll
I
eat
don't-
them, or his
I-
comrades
I-
will eat them.
I think he more ate them than was sent by them.
I think he probably destroyed them rather than was
Yeah.
sent by them. I don't see how they
I
would have the
mean-
means to send something like this.
Yeah.
I will skip the rolls because I'm sure one of you would get high enough for this, but the construction of this thing, like the cybernetics, is beyond what
Yeah,
even the companies have access to. And the shape of it's 7 foot tall at the shoulder. It has weirdly articulated joints. It seems an odd design for a creature that would be made by a human thought pattern.
So it killed them, basically.
You don't know that.
Well, we don't, but assumption would say it wasn't obviously sent by them.
Well, Kurt will
So-
get to assume for another week. And we get to
Is
call
Is
it
it
a
edible?
video.
Is it edible? You can try and eat it if you want.
Well, I can inspect it.
We'll find out next episode, I guess.
Next episode, you will find out if you can eat the black oozing goo coming from the weird cybernetic creature.
That doesn't sound
mean-
safe.
I said like it's not its goo. Like I'm talking brains and internal organs that are still there and all that.
Hey, we just killed this weird thing that we think might be alien. Let's eat its brain. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I just want to get back on the path. Everyone wants to keep Droid.
Oh, back
Okay, you
on
know
the
what?
path would be a good
You know what?
idea.
I realize that every game I play, I eat something weird. God damn it.